Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. How are you doing? Hello, can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Just a few minutes and we will begin, inshallah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome. Hello, how are you? Shall we begin? Okay. Okay, let me share the screen first before we go in. Can you see the screen, please? Tell me in the chat so that I will know. Okay. Okay. Welcome to our 14 lecture, or lecture number 14. I'm really sorry about yesterday because usually I'm working on Saturday, so I cannot guarantee my own time. And I hope you forgive me. Today, inshallah, we're going to talk about these two subjects. I want to talk about adjectives in Arabic, or what we call an-na'at. There are some important points about this subject, and you're going to like it, inshallah. Second, our conversation practice is going to be about daily routine. And today I'm going to pick two-person by two-person, and then they will start asking themselves question about their daily routine. Before we go in, please, during Ramadan, I cannot conduct 2 lectures. So I can do only one every week. I'm thinking to do it on Sunday by 2 p.m. Is it okay for you, or we should do it by 4 or what? Please, if it's okay by 2, Sunday 2 p.m., just tell me in the chat. Or if you have any other suggestion or something, you just tell me. It's only during Ramadan because during Ramadan we have lots of activities and also fasting. Okay. This time 4 o'clock is West African time. So I don't know if it's okay for you. Maybe people from Asia like Pakistan, India is okay also. But even 4 o'clock for some people who are from like Indonesia or from America, it's too hard to catch up. Because now in Indonesia, I think is 11 p.m. Okay. No problem. So I think 2 or 4, most of you they are saying 4. Okay, anyway, I will post it again on our Facebook groups, and then we will hear it again. It's okay for me, whether it's 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Both times are okay for me. So let's begin with our lesson today. First, we will talk about adjectives, or an-na'at in Arabic. Adjectives in Arabic have 2 equivalent terminologies, or 2 equivalent expressions in Arabic. Wa alaikum assalam. The first one called an-na'at, and the second one is as-sifa. Is there anyone who knows the difference between both of them? Both of them represents adjective in English. But can you tell me, did you know, or did you hear about any difference between these 2 expressions, an-na'at and as-sifa? Please, if you have any idea, you just raise up your hand or tell me in the chat. Okay. There are 2 arguments about these 2 expressions. The first argument is saying that an-na'at refers to any positive adjective. So if I'm describing the person or the thing to be smart, to be kind, to be good, so I'm talking about an-na'at. So an-na'at here refers to positive adjectives. On the other hand, as-sifa refers to any adjective, whether it's positive or negative. Okay, this is the first argument. The second argument, that an-na'at refers to unchanged adjectives. An-na'at refers to refers to changed adjectives, not unchanged. Like if I'm describing someone to be diligent, maybe today he's diligent, he's working hard today, but in a week or after 1 year, he's not diligent anymore, right? On the other hand, as-sifa refers to unchanged adjectives, like I'm describing one person to be tall. Of course, your height is not going to be changed, right? So anyway, grammatically, both of them refer to the same concept, which is adjective, okay? I'm just trying to give you a historical clue about these two expressions. So grammatically, in Arabic grammar, or what we call an-nahu, both descriptions, an-na'at or as-sifa, refer to adjective, okay? Then adjective or an-na'at in Arabic is one of the appositives. What are appositives? At-tawabi'. At-tawabi' means the followers. These are nouns that follow other nouns, as we will see soon. So they follow this specific noun, which we call al-man'ut, or the described person or the described object. Okay. That's why an-na'at or adjectives in Arabic doesn't have a specific case of grammatical function. For example, we all know that the subject of a nominal sentence, which is al-mubtada. Al-mubtada in Arabic is always, in nominative case, is always marfu'a, right? The nominative or the nomination label or sign might change. It might be marfu'a bil-dhamma. It might be marfu'a bil-alif if it's a dual. And it might be marfu'a bil-waw if it's a plural, right? But in all cases, it's marfu'a. This al-mubtada. However, an-na'at doesn't have a specific case. It might be marfu', mansub, or even majroor. Why? Because it's following the noun it describes. It's following al-man'ut, or what we call the described. Okay? So I hope now you are following. So an-na'at is classified in Arabic under what we call at-tawabi'. At-tawabi', the followers. These are group of nouns that follow other nouns. In which, specifically, in which features they are going to follow these nouns, that's what we are going to see now, okay? Then we have two types of adjectives in Arabic, what we call real adjective, haqiqi, or causal adjectives. Today, we're going to cover the real adjective, okay? Now, we said here that a na'at or adjective follows the noun it describes. They are following the noun. In what is specifically they are following the noun? They follow the noun, or what we call al-man'ut, in four features, in four things. First, definiteness or indefiniteness. If the noun we are talking to, or we are talking about, we want to describe, is definite, so will be the adjective. In English, the adjective will not change. Like if I say, good boy, I'm describing a specific boy, a good boy. This one is singular here, right? But if I change it to be plural, the adjective will stay the same, right? Good boys. So here, the adjective is the same. But in Arabic, this is not the case. The adjective will follow the noun it describes. And one other point, adjectives in Arabic follow the noun. They don't precede nouns like in English. So the adjective will come after the noun. Okay? So first, adjective will follow the noun in definiteness and indefiniteness. Then the gender. If it's masculine, so will the adjective. It will be also masculine. If it's feminine, the adjective also will be feminine. Also, the number, we have three classifications of number, as we know: singular, dual, and plural, مفرد, مثنى, جمع. If the noun is singular, the adjective will be singular. If the noun is plural, the adjective also will be plural, and so on. And lastly, the grammatical function, or al-i'rab. If the noun is marfu', so the adjective will be marfu', or an-na'at will be marfu', or in nominative case. If it's mansub, then the adjective will be mansub, and so on. So 4 things: definiteness, gender, number, and finally grammatical function, or al-i'rab. Please, if you have any question about these concepts, I'm just trying to give you the concept first, and then we will go to the exercises. So if you have any question about this part, please ask me in the chat, or just type okay if you don't have any question. The causal object, okay, you are asking about the second or the other type of adjectives. Don't worry, next week we will cover it. Today I want to focus only on real adjectives. Okay. Then adjectives come in many forms, like we saw with predicate. When we explained the lesson of nominal sentences, we said that the subject, or al-mubtada, used to be singular, right? But the predicate comes in many forms. It might be singular, it might be a sentence, a complete sentence, whether it's a nominal or verbal sentence, جملة اسمية or جملة فعلية, or even it might be شبه جملة, a quasi sentence. The same is happening here with adjectives. But again, today I want to focus on singular adjectives. Okay? So I'm just giving you a clue that the adjective might be a single word, might be a complete sentence, or might be what we call شبه جملة, incomplete sentence. Okay? Then lastly, this is very important. If you recall, we said the simplest way to build a nominal sentence, جملة اسمية. We know that جملة اسمية contains 2 parts, مبتدأ, subject, and خبر, predicate, right? So the simplest way to build a nominal sentence is definite noun plus indefinite noun. We said this one represents al-mubtada, the definite noun represents al-mubtada, and the indefinite one represents al-khabar. Like if I say al-mubtada al-muallimu mawjood, the teacher is present. So here I'm having the first one is definite noun because it has the definite article al. Let me just highlight it. And the second word is indefinite. So this one is the subject, al-muallim. This is the al-mubtada. And then this one is the predicate. Hello, can you hear me? Please, I had problem in network. Okay. So this is the first way to build, the simplest way to build a nominal sentence. I can use any type of definite noun. It might be, for example, Muhammad, Muhammadun, mujtahid. Muhammad is definite. Why? Because it's a proper noun. And as we know, proper nouns are definite by default. اسمه علم, and this one is indefinite. So here we are having a complete nominal sentence. Why? Because we have the two parts of a nominal sentence, and the sentence itself, it's giving us a meaning. I understand something here, right? But here is the case. So here, simply we have definite and indefinite. But in case we have definite plus definite, or indefinite plus indefinite. So in this case, we are talking about an adjective and a described noun. So the first one is the described noun, and the second one is the adjective. Because as we know, adjectives in Arabic are coming after the described noun. So like al-muallimu mujtahid. This one, mubtada and khabar. If I added al here, the definite article, now it's no longer a nominal sentence. This one, described noun, man'ud, and this one is an adjective, al-muallimu al-mujtahid. So once you see definite plus indefinite, or indefinite noun plus indefinite noun, so it's most likely the adjective of the first one. This one is the adjective, or this one is the adjective, but with one condition. What is this condition? In case it describes the first noun. So this is very important. It's not always. Okay. I want to begin with the examples so that you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Someone is raising his hand. Mr. Paulo. Okay, do you have a question?
Yes, sorry for interrupt you. No, only want to ask, what sense the Muhammadun has? If Muhammad is a proper noun, why we have to use the tanwin?
Because I said that before, we have some proper nouns used to carry tanween. In the future, we will explain about this. We call it mamnu' min as-sarf. Some nouns like Muhammad, like Ali. If you use Ali, Aliyun, mujtahid, for example, like also Nuhan, these many proper nouns are mentioned in Al-Quran. So once you see a proper noun like this one with tanween, it's also definite. This is not going to change its definiteness or indefiniteness. I hope you are getting me. It's like a special case or something, you know, every concept or every rule has its own anomalies or outliers. This is like a special case because it's what we call نوع من الصرف. But just don't worry about this now.
Okay.
Once you see a proper noun with tanween, it's also definite. It doesn't mean this noun is indefinite because it has tanween. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's move to the examples. Okay, the first one we have الطالب مجتهد. الطالب مجتهد. Okay. Here, if you recall, we said once you have someone wants to ask a question or what?
Sir, can I ask a question?
Okay, please go on.
I just want to know this example sheet which is shown. Will you be sharing this after the class or so that we can practice?
I don't get you. You mean what?
No, this exercise sheet which you're sharing, right? Basically, so after the class we'll be sharing this so that we can practice, or it won't be shared?
Yes. Every week I used to post it on our Facebook group.
Okay.
The lecture
Thank
also is recorded so that I will upload the recording lesson on YouTube channel. Don't worry about that.
Shukran. Yeah.
Thank you. Here we have sorry again, الطالب مجتهد. Here we have a definite noun, معرف. We call it معرف or معرفة. اسم معرفة means a definite noun because it has the definite article in red color. الطالب مجتهد. And after that, we have indefinite. So once you see a sentence that begins with definite and then it's followed by an indefinite noun, obviously this is a complete nominal sentence. جملة اسمية. Let me highlight it here. So once you see definite plus indefinite. So this definite noun represents al-mubtada or the subject. Okay. And the indefinite noun represents the predicate, al-khabar. Okay, what if we decided to add the definite article to this word? So both of them are definite now. So in this case, we have definite plus definite. So this one is an adjective. So this first one, it will remain the same, the subject, al-mubtada, and this one is an adjective. Let me highlight it again here. Okay, definite plus definite, it means a noun plus its own adjective. Okay, we said that adjectives follow noun or the noun they describe in four things. First, definiteness and indefiniteness, right? So we have the definite article here and the definite article here. So the first condition is occupied or satisfied, right? Then the gender. This one, is it masculine or feminine? It's masculine, right? الطالب, a male, the male student. So this one also, it's masculine. So the second condition is also satisfied, which is the gender. Then number 3 is the number, whether it's singular, dual, plural. This one is singular, right? So this one also will be singular. Both of them are singular, right? So the last condition that we have, al-i'rab or grammatical function. This one is marfu'a, right? Because it has dhamma. And also this one is marfu'a. Okay? So 4 of the conditions that we have are satisfied. So the result, this word, al-mujtahid, is adjective for this noun, الطالب المجتهد. Okay? And lastly, once you see also 2 indefinite nouns, they are most likely to be a noun and an adjective. Okay, let's check again the conditions. The first condition, definiteness or indefiniteness. The noun here is indefinite, right? Because it doesn't have any sign for definiteness. It doesn't have the definite article, which is L, right? So this one is indefinite, and this one also is indefinite. And the remaining conditions, we have already checked them, right? Both of them are singular, both of them are masculine, and both of them are in nominative case. Okay. So generally, these 3 rules are satisfied once you have 2 nouns in series, but it's not always. I said one condition here. Let me go back. In case the second noun is describing the first one. It's not always. If you see 2 definite nouns coming after each other, it doesn't mean both of them will be a noun and an adjective. Let me give you an example. كتب الطالب الدرس. One student may say, now we have 2 definite nouns in series. So this one, the second one will be adjective for the first one. No, I said this is true if and only if the second noun is describing the first one. is this noun الدرس, is it describing الطالب? If I say الطالب الدرس, the student, the lesson. The lesson, is it describing the student? No, it's not. So here it's not an adjective. This is a verbal sentence. This فعل, a verb, this فاعل, a subject, and this one مفعول, an object. On the other hand, I said also, once you have indefinite plus indefinite, they are most likely a noun and an adjective. But sometimes the second noun is not describing the first one, like here, جاء طالب علم. Again, one student may say, okay, this one is indefinite and this one is indefinite. So the second one will be adjective of the first one. Again, this is wrong. I said, if you have two indefinite, and what is the condition? The second noun is describing the first one. Is it describing the first one? No, it's not. This one is what we call مضاف إليه, a complement. So again, these two conditions, definite plus definite or indefinite plus indefinite, are true if the second noun is describing the first one. Like here, الطالب المجتهد, the diligent student, or طالب مجتهد, a diligent student. Okay, now I want one of you to help me. I want this one, both of them are singular. الطالب المجتهد, right? I want to make both of them dual and to do the necessary adjustment. Who will volunteer to do so? If you know the answer, please raise up your hand. Okay, we have Mrs. Dia. Please open your mic. Hello.
الطالبان
Okay. الطالبان.
المجتهدان.
Okay, الطالبان like this.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me what I should do for the case ending?
كسرة.
Which one is going to take kasra?
Both of them.
Okay, here kasra like this,
Yes.
and here kasra. What about this one and this one?
Fatha.
Okay, they are going to be fatha. This is always happening for dual. So before we add the suffix or the suffixes for dual, the letter before the suffix is labeled with fatha, maftuh, and the noon of the suffix is labeled with kasra. This is always happening with dual. Okay, let me ask you a question. What is the case of grammatical function here? Is it مرفوع, منصوب, مجرور?
مرفوع.
مرفوع. Okay, what is the sign or the label for nomination?
ألف.
Okay, alif. Dual nouns usually, if they are in nominative case, if they are marfu', so the sign for nomination is alif. I know the default sign for nomination or for marfu' is dhamma, but this is with singular. But here we have dual, so the sign is going to be alif. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Dia.
Thank you.
Okay, the same example. The same example, I want to make both these words plural. I want to make them plural. Who can do that, please? Or should I choose randomly? Okay, Abu Aisha is raising. Can you answer this question? Hello?
Yes, Ustad. Actually, I'm confused in that. So
Okay, this is your first time to join us, right?
yes.
Okay, can you introduce yourself? Where are you from? What's your name?
My name is Muhammad Anwar. Abu Aisha is my kunya, and I'm from Qatar.
MashaAllah. You are a citizen of Qatar, or you are living there?
No, no, no. I'm working there. I'm from India.
Okay,
I'm
you are
working
from
in
India.
Qatar.
MashaAllah. You are welcome.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair.
Okay. Are you going to answer the question, or we
No, I will. Yeah, I will
okay,
pass
okay.
that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Mr. Gianni, he would like to answer.
I try. الطلاب المجتهدون.
Okay, let me take it copy. الطلاب, like this. الطلاب المجتهدون.
دون.
Okay. Now, can you tell me the case ending?
It's gonna be دم for الطلاب.
Yes.
هنا
ضمة.
فتح.
Here,
فتح.
fatha, right? And this one, the letter before the suffix is going to be كسرة, right? المجتهدون. No, not كسرة. كسرة is in accusative and genitive. It's going to be ضمة. المجتهدون. Okay, I want to ask you a serious question here. We said the noun, or sorry, the adjective will follow the noun it describes in 4 things. Now I see 3 things are satisfied. Both of them, as you see, are definite, right? Both of them are masculine. And also both of them are plural. But the last condition, which is the grammatical function case ending, here we see dhamma, here we see fatha. Can you explain it for me, or what we should do here? Do you have any idea about why both of them are different?
Because in the plural we always put the fatha for the
Yes,
how do you call it?
for this noon. This letter noon,
Plural.
we always put fatha.
Yes.
Okay, what about the case? This one and this one. Are they in nominative, accusative, or genitive cases? مرفوع, منصوب, or مجرور?
They are both nominative.
Yes, they are both nominative. So here it's nominative. It's the sign or the label we are using for nomination is ضمة. Why? Because this one is a broken plural. But here this one is intact masculine plural. جمع مذكر سالم. And جمع مذكر سالم is nominated with واو. So both of them are in nominative case. Both of them are marfu'a. But what is different here? The difference is the sign of nomination. One of them, which is a noun, is marfu' with al-dhamma, right? And the second one is marfu' with al-waw, because it's intact plural. I don't care about the sign. What I do care about is both of them are marfu'. This is what matters to me. I hope you understand. So the sign doesn't matter. Sometimes the first one will be marfu' with dhamma, as we see here. And the second one will be marfu' with waw, as we see here. Okay, but what matters here, both of them are in nominative case, regardless of the label or the sign of nomination. I hope you get my point. Is there any question about this part before we proceed? Okay, no question. Let's move to the second. The next example. قابلت الطالبة المجتهدة. I met the diligent student. Obviously, we have two definite nouns here, and the second one is describing the first one. So this one, the second noun here, is an adjective for the first one. This is obvious. And both of them are equal, or the four conditions we talked about are completely satisfied. Now I want again to make them dual once, and then I want to make them again plural. Who is going to make them dual? I want, instead of saying one, the student, I want to say the two student. And instead of saying al-mujtahid or the diligent, I want to make it dual, مثنى. Who can do it, please? Okay, Engineer Mohan, please open your mic.
Good evening. It will
Evening.
be Qabiltu al-Talibani al-Mujtahidani.
Okay, I'm coming. قابلت الطالبان, like this.
Yes,
المجتهدان.
al-Mujtahidani.
Is it المجتهدان? Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you a question so that you will think about it. This one here, الطالبة, is it in nominative case, in accusative case, or genitive case? مرفوع, منصوب, or مجرور?
Now it's in Mansub currently.
منصوب, accusative. Okay, and as we said, if the noun is mansub, which suffix we are going to take? We said we have two suffixes for dual, alif nun or ya nun, right?
Okay. Okay. Al-Talibaini al-Mujtahidaini.
Yes, because it's mansub.
Al-Talibaini
طالبين
al-Mujtahidaini. Al-Mujtahidaini.
المجتهدين.
Yes, yes, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
so both of them here are following each other. This one is in nominative case
Correct.
because we added ya nun, and here also we added ya nun. And the remaining three conditions are already satisfied. Both of them are definite, both of them are masculine, and both of them are feminine. Okay, can you do this one for female? I want to say the two female students instead of the two male students.
Qabiltu al-Talibatani
الطالبتين. نعم.
تاني المجتهدين.
المجتهد, like this.
تاني. No, ta in between.
Yes.
مجتهدين.
Now we have changed the gender for this one from masculine to be feminine. This one also, we said the adjective will follow the noun, right? In gender. As long as you change one of them, so the second will be also changed to be feminine. Okay, thank you, engineer. Thank you so much. Then lastly, I want to do the same example for plural. I want to say the students instead of the student. I want to make it plural. Who can do that, please? Okay, we have Madam Shazia.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. قابلت
Yes.
طالبين قابلت طالبين المجتهدين.
Okay, the plural for الطالب, we just wrote it here. الطلاب. It's going to be broken. الطلاب
قابلت طلاب
المج-
مجتهدين.
المجتهدين. Okay, can you tell me the case ending? This one is going to be what, and this one?
طلاب
الطلاب, yes.
مجتهدين.
Like this, المجتهدين.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, I want to ask a question. This one, is it مرفوع, منصوب, or مجرور?
It is منصوب.
Mansub, yes. It's in accusative case because we see fatha here, and fatha is the default case ending for accusative case. Okay, what about this one? Is it marfu' mansub?
منصوب.
Yes, definitely it's mansub because this one is an adjective. An adjective follow the noun or the described noun in case ending. So this one is mansub, and this one also is mansub. But what about the label or the sign for accusation? This one is fatha, and also this one, is it mansub bil fatha?
يا نون نون فتح.
You see what?
Yes. يا نون
Yes, you
يا
said
نون
it. Yeah,
يا نون منصوب.
mansub bil ya, because it's intact plural. الجمع السالم جمع المذكر السالم مرفوع بالواو, like we saw with الطلاب المجتهدون here. الطلاب المجتهدون here is مرفوع بالواو. And if it's mansub, accusative and genitive cases, it will be ya. That's why we put ya here instead of waw. Okay, so these two of them are mansub, but the first one is mansub with fatha, and the second one mansub with ya. Why? Because it's intact plural. جمع مذكر سالم. Okay, thank you so much, madam. Okay, I want the same example, but I want it to be feminine plural. I want to talk about a group of female students. Who is going to take this challenge? No one? Okay, I will choose Madame Ulfa because Mrs. Dia, she is already participated.
Okay, I will try. قابلت الطالبات
Yes.
المجتهدتين.
المجتهدات like this.
المجتهدتين.
No, المجتهدات. The intact feminine plural, we add ألف تاء, right? جمع المؤنث السالم. الطالبة, it will become الطالبات. After, of course, if we have here تاء مربوطة, we will just delete this tab. So قابلت الطالبات المجتهدات. Now, what about the case ending? This one here, is it going to be fatha, dhamma, or kasra? Fatha like this?
Yes.
But why? Can you tell me why?
Because it is a mansub or accusative case.
Yes, it's mansub already. Here we see fatha, and here fatha, because this one is singular, and singular in accusative case will have fatha, mansub bil fatha. But what about plural feminine? Is it going to be fatha? We just I mentioned this one last week or last lecture.
Sorry, I didn't attend the last class.
Okay, no problem. It's going to be kasra, not fatha. Why?
Okay.
Because intact masculine, intact feminine plural, جمع المؤنث السالم, it will take ضمة in nominative case, and it will take kasra in both accusative and genitive cases. So if it's mansub, it will take kasra. If it's majroor, it will also take kasra. Okay? So that's why
Okay.
we will take kasra here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Then this one, okay, let me just try to. The next example, قابلت طالبا. I met a student. I want to add an adjective for this word, طالبا. Let's say I want to add the same adjective, مجتهد. مجتهد means diligent. How can I add it? Who can answer this question? Hello? Next time I will not ask for you to participate. I will just choose because you don't want to participate. Okay. Okay, Abu Aisha. Bismillah, can you do it?
Okay. Bismillah. قابلت طالبا مجتهدا.
مجتهدا. Like this?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the four features of both of them? We said the adjective will follow
Okay.
the noun in four things.
Yeah.
Which one? Let's begin with the first
So
one.
Indefinite. Both are indefinite.
Yes, both are indefinite. They don't have any definite article or any definite
Yes.
sign. Okay, second.
Second is both are having the same endings.
Okay, no problem. Both of them are mansub, and because both of them are singular, so they will be mansub bil fatha. They will take fatha. Okay, and
Yes.
after that,
After that,
we have still gender and gender.
Yes, both are masculine.
Yes, both are masculine, and then lastly,
And the last one.
number. Is it singular, dual, or
it's singular.
It's singular, mufrad. Okay, I want to ask you a final question. Why do we see double fatha here? Why not only one fatha, like here? الطالبة المجتهدة.
Because in the subject there is tanween, fatha tanween. That's one.
Okay, yes. This one is following the subject. But there is another reason. Even in the subject, this is not the subject. For example, by the way, this is the object.
Sorry. The object. Sorry, the object.
Yes, but even in the object, why do we see double fatha here? What is the reason? Why not only one fatha? Because what?
That's it.
Because it's indefinite. Okay. And
okay, it's definite. Yeah.
Because it's indefinite. If it's indefinite, it will take tanween. But if we make it definite, الطالب, so it will be الطالبة. We'll make it only one fatha. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay. The last example we have, which is شاهدت المسجد الجميلة. I want someone to make this sentence to be plural. directly from singular to plural. Here, al-masjid, al-jamil. We have two definite nouns. Obviously, the second one is an adjective. Why? Because first, it's describing al-masjid, and also it follows al-masjid in 4 features, as we explained. So now I want to make al-masjid to be plural. Instead of saying the mosque, I want to say the mosques. Who can do that? Okay, no one? Okay. So which one I'm going to choose, because all of you have already. Okay, let me choose the first one who raised the hand. Madam Olfa.
Okay, I'll try. شاهدت المساجد
نعم.
الجميلين.
شاهدت المساجد. The plural of المساجد is going to be broken. جمع تكسير. Okay. شاهدت المساجد. What about الجميل, the adjective?
الجميلين.
الجميلون.
جميلون is it's مرفوع, so it's جميلين.
By the way, the word al-jamil, if we are to make it plural, it's going to be broken plural. So it's going to be al-jumal.
Okay.
Like, not jumal, al-jimal. Like many examples. شاهدت المساجد الجمال. But here is another thing. We can leave it like this to be plural, or we can use the singular feminine or the feminine singular. Do you recall when we explained the demonstrative nouns, we said that non-human plurals is taken هذه, right? هذه مساجد, or هذه كتب, right? This هذه, this noun is used for feminine singular. But why we are using it with masajid, or we are using it with kutub? Why not saying هؤلاء masajid? Because masajid is plural, right?
Yes.
But because it's non-human, we call it غير عاقل. So in this case, we are using هذه. Okay. And here is the same case. I can use directly, which is more preferable. I can use the feminine singular. شاهدت المساجد الجميلة. Okay, I can use this one. Or I can use both the plural for feminine or the plural for masculine. I can say الجمال, which is a plural of جميل, or I can say الجميلات. شاهدت المساجد الجميلات. But as I said, the one which is preferable is to use the feminine singular. الجميلة. شاهدت المساجد الجميلة. Why? Because this one is non-human plural, or what we call جمع غير عاقل. Okay. Thank you so much.
Is this rules only for the jama' mudzakkar or غير عاقل?
What do you say?
Is this rules is only for the plural masculine?
Yes, غير العاقل. جمع غير العاقل. Non-human plural. Non-human plural.
Oh, okay.
But if I'm talking about plural, like شاهدت الطلاب. الطلاب, students, they are humans, right? So in this case, it will be الجمال. الجمال. جميل. The plural is جمال. Like كريم, generous. كرام. Okay. كبير, كبار. صغير, صغار. It's going to be broken plural. جمع تكسير. We are not going to say الجميلون, for example. Okay, thank you so much for your participation. Okay, now I have done with this part of adjectives. Please, if you have any question about this part, if you have any confusion, you want me to explain it again, just tell me before we go to the conversation.
Sir, can you just change that the last sentence to the proper? I think it's
What do you say?
yeah. This one you correct it to masjid only. You should change it to lab, like make it same what is mentioned for masajid.
Yes.
Shatu al masajid al. Can you just write that?
Okay. Don't worry. When I post the PDF, I will write everything. You want me to write it again here? شاهدت
Yeah.
المساجد الجميلة. شاهدت المساجد الجميلة.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Is there any questions, please? If you don't have any question, just tell me in the chat. Okay. Today, our conversation is about daily routine or daily habits. Usually, if you're talking about your day or the usual routine of your day, we are going to use present verb. Okay, this is obviously. And to talk also about habits, you're going to use some adverbs like the one we are using it in English, like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. The first one, always, which is دائما. And all of them, as you see, are in nominative case. That's why all of them are having فتحة عادة غالبا أحيانا. Okay. So the first one, دائما, which means always. This is something you are doing 100%. So if you say, I always wake up at 7 o'clock, it means every single day you are waking up at 7. عادة, it means the majority of the times I'm going to do this thing, like 90%. عادة, usually. غالبا, often. I'm doing something also in most of the times. أحيانا, sometimes. Sometimes is like 50-50%. Sometimes I will do it, sometimes I will not do it. نادرا, rarely or hardly, like 10%. And then lastly, أبدا, which is equivalent to never. So I think whenever you want to talk about habits or you want to talk about your day, mostly you are going to use one of these. Okay. So I hope you get them. دائما, let me just read it again for you. دائما, عادة, غالبا, أحيانا, نادرا, and lastly, أبدا. The second thing I want to mention, which is daily routine, is time dependent. Of course, the whole day is divided into times, the morning time, the afternoon time, and then the evening time. So to make it concentrated or to be focused, let's make it morning, afternoon, and evening time. What are you specifically doing in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening? In the morning, all of us, we are having breakfast. We are having common habits, right? We're having breakfast. We are preparing to go out for walk. or for university, for school, for anything, and so on. I want also, as long as we have mentioned the time dependent, I want to mention a common mistake, which is asking about time. Many people, also many teachers, they are mentioning or using the interrogative noun كم الساعة الآن to ask about time. What is the time now? Even we in daily Arabic, we are using كم, but we use it as كام. We used to add ألف after كاف. كام الساعة كام. But this is wrong. Why? Because كم, it's like how many in English. It's asking about a quantity. How many hours do you walk every day? How many apple did you eat? How many book did you read? So it's asking about a quantity. It's asking about a specific number. So we cannot use it to ask about the time. So the correct way to ask about time is by using ما or أي. ما الساعة الآن? What is the time now? Or أي ساعة الآن? Which clock is it now? Even in English, if you are asking about time in English, we are using what? What time is it? We cannot use how many in English. If I want to ask, am I going to ask you how many time is it? It doesn't make any sense, because even how many in English, which is equivalent to كم, it's used about quantity. Like if I want to ask you specifically, how many hours do you walk every day? كم ساعة تعمل كل يوم? How many hours? So I'm asking about a specific quantity. You will give me a number. I walk 8 hours every day. Okay. So this, I have already noticed this mistake frequently. But as I said, we can just theoretically use كم. But if you want to take to talk grammatically, it's wrong. The correct way is to use ما. Okay. So now let me start with the sentences for my daily routine. Okay, now listen carefully, and if you want to add any expression, any information, any other habit, you are free to add. Also, after I finish, if you want to ask me about something about daily routine, you are free to do so. Because after I read, I will choose two to do the conversation. One is going to ask about the routine, and the other person is going to respond. Okay, first, أستيقظ كل يوم الساعة 7. I wake up every day at 7 o'clock. I can use أستيقظ, which to wake up, or أصحو, which also means to wake up. And as you can see, because I'm talking about myself, I'm going to conjugate this verb with the pronoun I. As you can see, the prefix is letter ألف. أستيقظ أصحو. Here I used an adverb. أصحو دائما. I always, دائما means always, wake up at 7 o'clock. Then أغسل وجهي وأسناني. I wash my face and my teeth. ثم أتناول فطوري. This word أتناول means to have. فطوري means my breakfast. This suffix means mine. فطوري. So فطور means breakfast. فطوري means my breakfast. We can also use the verb to eat. آكل. آكل فطوري. Or there is a verb to breakfast. أفطر. Here we have ضمة. أفطر. أغسل وجهي وأسناني ثم آكل فطوري. Or أغسل وجهي وأسناني ثم أفطر. Then ألبس ملابسي وأذهب إلى العمل. I wear my clothes and I go to work. All verbs I'm using here are present verbs. Instead of saying ألبس, which is to wear, there's another verb. أرتدي. أرتدي ملابسي وأذهب إلى العمل. Okay. Then أعمل كل يوم 8 ساعات. أعمل كل يوم 8 means 8. Every day I work 8 hours. Okay. Then عادة. عادة means usually. عادة أتناول الغداء في الساعة 2 ظهرا. أتناول, the same verb we used here. أتناول فطوري. Here أتناول الغداء. الغداء means the lunch. في in الساعة 2 2 o'clock. ظهرا means afternoon. So usually I have my lunch, or I take my lunch, or I take the lunch at 2 p.m. Then وأرجع إلى البيت الساعة 5. أرجع means to return. I return home 5 o'clock or 5 p.m. أغتسل means to have a shower. وأصلي and pray. ثم and أقضي وقتي مع الأسرة. Then I spend my time with the family. أتناول, again, this verb is used with means to have or to eat. أتناول العشاء. العشاء means the dinner. قبل 8, before 8. 8 means 8. We have already take it here. 8. قبل means before. أحيانا, sometimes أقرأ قبل النوم. Sometimes I read before sleeping. وغالبا means often. أنام مبكرا. أنام to sleep. مبكرا early. قبل 9, before 9 o'clock. This is simply my daily routine. Of course, if you want to add something like doing workout in the morning, doing some exercises, watching TV before going back home, and so on. If you want to ask your friend what he's doing in this time, you can use this expression. ماذا تفعل? What are you doing? Plus a preposition plus the time. Like this example. Examples. ماذا تفعل في الصباح? What are you doing in the morning? ماذا تفعل في المساء? What are you doing in the evening? ماذا تفعل خلال المساء? What are you doing during the evening? ماذا تفعل في 8 مساء? What are you doing at 8 p.m.? And ماذا تفعل بعد الظهر? What are you doing after noon today? We can also ask ماذا تفعل في العطلة? العطلة means holiday or weekend. If you want to say the weekend, it will be عطلة نهاية الأسبوع. Because weekend, as you know, consists 2 words, week and end. نهاية means end, and week means أسبوع. So anyway, now I want two persons to do the daily routine. Okay. Okay, no problem. One will ask, both of them will ask each other. Like one will ask before, after greeting, hello, how are you? And then what are you usually do in the morning? Then the other one will respond, I do 1, 2, 3. And then the other person, he will ask him, what about you? What are you doing? And so on. So first we're talking about the morning, then the afternoon, then the evening. If you want to ask about specific detail, like by which time you are taking lunch, في أي وقت تأكل الغداء, or any specific detail, you are free to do so. Okay, no problem. So who is ready, please? I want to just pick 2 males and 2 females, if it's okay. Or should I just pick? If you are ready, please tell me. No one? Okay, I will make it easy for you. I want only one student. Okay, one, and me myself, I will ask him, and then he will respond. I will ask him, what are you doing in the morning? He can see, he can look at the screen, no problem. And then he will start responding. Any volunteer? Hello. Okay, Mr. Gianni, he's ready to do so.
And not really.
You see what?
I'll try. I'm not really ready, but I'll try at least.
Okay, are you going to say your daily routine, or you are expecting me to ask you?
We try to you to ask me.
Okay. Then let me first greet you.
Sorry, Fernando.
كيف حالك اليوم؟
الحمد لله.
الحمد لله.
وأنت؟
الحمد لله أنا بخير. أنا بخير، أنا في أحسن حال. أخبرني means tell me. أخبرني ماذا تفعل في الصباح؟
Asuhu. Asu. Fi saha asabaha.
Okay. أصحو. This one you mean.
Asru.
Okay.
Asru.
أصحو في الساعة. You say what?
Sahati.
السابعة. Okay.
Sabaha.
صباحا.
At 7.
Okay. أصحو في الساعة السابعة. Okay. ماذا تفعل بعد ذلك? What are you doing after that? ماذا تفعل بعد ذلك؟
Tuma atana walu faturi.
Okay. ثم أتناول فطوري. Then I eat my breakfast. Okay. Let me ask you this question. ماذا تأكل في الفطور? What are you eating in the breakfast? ماذا تأكل في الفطور? What are you usually eating in Italy?
Akulu. Halib.
Okay. Milk. So it will be أشرب الحليب. Because الحليب, you drink it, you don't eat it. أشرب.
Yeah, of course.
أشرب
Ashrab.
الحليب. نعم.
Wa kahwa.
والقهوة. Okay, so you don't have breakfast in Italy.
Oh yes, but I don't know how to tell.
Okay, أشرب الحليب والقهوة. Maybe if you want to say I eat, for example, bread and cheese.
آكل
وآكل
خبز.
الخبز. Yes. Yes, start with simple. وآكل الخبز والجبنة. الجبنة. This word means cheese.
والجبنة.
Okay. أشرب الحليب والقهوة وآكل الخبز والجبنة. Okay. So you don't eat in Italy. You don't eat pizza in the morning, or
Oh no.
is it in the lunch, right?
Usually lunch or in the for dinner.
Okay. I would like to try it once. The Italian pizza.
I can send to you.
Thank you. We in Egypt we eat beans. We call it
But to
al-ful.
be honest, there are a lot of Egyptians here who
Yes.
do an excellent pizza. In Italy, the lots
Yes.
of pizzeria are run by Egyptians who make very nice pizza.
Okay. Yes, I know there are many Egyptians in Italy. We call it falafel. Falafel is a daily, is a very original and basic and classical plate or meal every breakfast. So it is not it's not considered as breakfast if you didn't eat beans and falafel. So anyway, you said أشرب الحليب والقهوة وآكل الخبز والجبنة. Okay. Then let me ask you. I want to ask about the time you are eating lunch. You are having lunch. متى تأكل الغداء? Let me write it for you here. متى تأكل الغداء? الغداء means lunch. Which time you are having lunch?
أكل غدا في سنة الولد بعد زور.
You say الواحدة.
الوحيدة بعد زور.
بعد الظهر. Okay. آكل الغداء الواحدة بعد الظهر. 1 p.m. بعد الظهر means afternoon. Okay. آكل الغداء الساعة الواحدة. Okay. What about ماذا أكلت في الغداء? What did you eat in the lunch? Can you say rice? I ate rice and meat.
أكلت الريس.
الرز. In Egypt we call it الرز, but in Arabic it's أرز. الأرز. الأرزة. And you want to say what? Meat or fish?
سمك.
السمك. 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 السمك means fish. أكلت الأرز والسمكة. So I asked him, what did you eat in the lunch? ماذا أكلت في الغداء? He said أكلت الأرز والسمكة. I ate rice and fish. Okay, is there anything you would like to know how to say it in Arabic about daily routine? Even if you can say it in English and
to go to sleep.
Okay, you can use the simple verb نام أنام أنام ينام, this verb means to sleep. Like if you want to say أنام, I sleep at 10 p.m. أنام في الساعة العاشرة. Or you can delete this word الساعة. أنام في العاشرة. أنام في العاشرة. I sleep at 10 p.m. Okay.
The verb is nam.
What?
What's the verb?
أنام. The verb
Nam
is
is eyes.
ينام.
Yanam. Okay.
ينام. To sleep. ينام. This is present. Okay. ينام. So if you are talking about yourself, you will conjugate it with the pronoun I. أنام. Okay. Okay. Anything else you would like to ask before we take another person?
It's okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your brevity. You are the only one who participated. Okay. Can we take another person before we close? Is there anyone who's ready? I don't want to push you. Don't want to. It's up to you. If you choose to participate, it's okay. If you don't, it's up to you. It's your own choice. So please, is there anybody else who would like to participate? Okay. Is Madam Shazia?
Yes, sir.
How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me ask you, and just focus on the conjugation of the verb. When I talk to Mr. Gianni, because he's a man, I said ماذا تفعل. So I will ask you ماذا تفعلين. ماذا تفعلين في الصباح. ماذا تفعلين في الصباح. What are you doing in the morning?
Okay. When I start morning,
You say what?
when I started in the morning.
No, generally, just tell us about your routine in the morning.
Okay.
Like I used to
routine.
wake up by this time. I used to do breakfast, for example.
Okay. أنا okay. أقول فطور.
No.
Okay. أقول فطوري. أقول فطور في الخبزة
Okay.
وأشرب الشاي.
وأشرب الشاي. جيد. آكل الخبز وأشرب الشاي. الخبز وأشرب الشاي. Okay. So if I ask you which time you used to wake up, متى تستيقظين؟ متى تستيقظين؟
أستيقظ كل يوم الساعة 5.
الخامسة. You can simply, if you want to answer this question without specifying a time, you can say I wake up early. أستيقظ مبكرا. مبكرا means early. Early. So there is no need to say I wake up by this time or by that time. It's enough to say أستيقظ مبكرا. Okay.
No specific time minute.
What?
أستيقظ مبكرا. Okay.
What do you mean? Okay,
No.
what are you doing after that? After waking up and having your breakfast?
أنا جاءت إلى الكلية.
Okay. أذهب
أذهب
أذهب إلى الكلية. College
إلى الكلية. Yeah,
or
correct.
الجامعة university. الكلية means college and الجامعة means university. Okay. Then what else you want to say about?
أنا
Okay,
what
just
you
say it in English and I will help you. I'll try to help you in Arabic.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
I mean, what are you doing next? If you have any difficulty, just tell me and I will help you in Arabic. Like after having your after going to the college, أذهب إلى الكلية, and then what you used to do? What about the lunch?
Okay.
متى تأكلين الغداء? Which time you are having lunch?
أكل one minute. أكل خبز. नहीं.
I'm asking
أكل
about
أرز.
the time. متى تأكلين الغداء? When are you having lunch?
Okay. أكل غدا.
آكل الغداء. Maybe you can say afternoon. آكل الغداء بعد الظهر. Like
بعد
this. آكل الغداء بعد الظهر. I have lunch or I ate lunch afternoon or by afternoon. Okay. Let me ask you ماذا تأكلين في الغداء؟ ماذا تأكلين في الغداء? What are you eating during lunch?
Okay. أكل أكل أرز.
Okay. الأرز. آكل
ولحمة.
الأرز واللحمة. Okay.
ولحمة.
واللحمة. Okay. What else you want to say about your daily routine?
Okay. I'm a teacher. So what?
Okay. أنا معلمة. I am
أنا
a
معلمة.
teacher. It means أنا معلمة. أنا
Okay.
معلمة. Okay, you want to say أنا معلمة. What else? I am a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you. متى تذهبين إلى النوم؟ متى تذهبين إلى النوم؟ When do you go to sleep?
أنام.
Let me write it here.
أنام.
So I can say متى تذهبين إلى النوم or متى تنامين. When are you sleeping? متى, both of them are the same.
So I say أذهب إلى النوم.
Mhm.
آه. آه.
By which time in the evening?
الساعة 10 10
Okay.
o'clock.
في العاشرة. في العاشرة.
10
أذهب إلى النوم في العاشرة. At 10 o'clock. If you want to say 10 p.m., so you add مساء. مساء means evening. أذهب إلى النوم في العاشرة مساء. Okay, is there anything else you would like to add?
No.
Okay, thank you so much for being.
Thank you so much.
It's okay if anyone has a little difficulty. We are here to help each other. There is no any shame to be a beginner or something. As long as you are trying and you are working hard, you will improve. So, anybody else who wants to participate before we close? Okay, Madam Ulfa.
Actually, I want to ask a question.
Okay.
I want to ask about how to tell the time, like in the sentence. أستيقظ كل يوم الساعة 7. Here you remove the preposition في before the word الساعة.
Yes.
So can we also remove the الساعة like in the next example go down. You said أنام في السابعة, only السابعة
Yes.
without الساعة.
السابعة. I didn't say الساعة, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's like in English, you can say at 7 o'clock or you can say at 7. There is no need to say o'clock, right? This is the same. في الساعة السابعة, it means at 7 o'clock. في السابعة directly, it means at 7. So both of them are doing the job, right? There is one time I will specify one lecture about how to tell time. It's coming, don't worry about that, and we will explain exactly how to say the time or to tell the time in different ways. So I think okay, thank you. So I think today is enough because we have already exceeded the time. So please, before we close, if you have any question, if you have anything you want to tell me, if you have
Ustad, one small question.
Okay.
If I may, you said that generally when we say at, we say un, or why we say fee, like any. We want to say at 7 o'clock, so it's like, do you need to say fee or?
Yes, في العاشرة مساء or في الساعة كذا.
But fee is generally for in, right? So just
yes,
to know.
it's even used. Don't take the literal translation. You know, there are many differences between Arabic and English, but when we are telling the time, we can use في الساعة الخامسة, or you can remove في. You can say instead, you can say directly الساعة السادسة. أقابلك الساعة السادسة or أقابلك في الساعة السادسة.
Okay, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, any other question, please? Okay. Okay, thank you. As long as you don't have any questions. So I saw here some of you are joining us for the first time. So if you are new and you would like to introduce yourself, it's up to you. If you don't, it's okay. Just type in the chat. You are new here and you. Okay. What is the name? Judith?
Yes, اسمي يوديت. أنا المجار مجاري.
Okay.
Uh,
You can see in
um,
English, no problem. You can tell us.
but I try to say in
Okay.
Arabic.
Okay, Judith is your name.
أدرس عربية مع Duolingo.
Okay.
And I like to go Egypt many times. I was there, and I like Arabic language. It's like music.
Yes, you are welcome anyway. Seriously, Egypt is a destination for many people all around the world because, you know, tourism in Egypt is very, very fantastic, seriously. So
Yes,
if you would
I
like
know
to go,
many.
yes, it's
Mhm.
somehow expensive now. But one day I hope you will try to visit. Okay.
Many times, yes, 3 times in a year, of course.
Okay, you have been there 3 times.
No, I was much, and every year I go maybe 3 times.
Okay. Okay, you are welcome anyway. Me, I'm from Egypt also. It's my country.
Yes, I know.
So you are
I read
welcome.
it.
Okay, you are welcome. You can check my channel, and also you can join our Facebook group.
Yeah.
We always communicate.
Yes, 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 I joined.
Okay, okay, you are welcome. You are welcome, madam.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I think we have Maikova. Is it Maikova?
Yes. Hi. Good afternoon. But my name is Cristina, and this is the surname, but I can't change it. So I have to wait for my daughter, and she will help me to change it to my name. So my name is Cristina, and I'm from Czech Republic.
Okay.
And I love Arabic language and Arabic culture a lot. So I would like to join these lessons, but I'm really beginner, so it's too hard for me. But I listen well all the lesson, and I hope it will be better.
Okay, you are welcome anyway. And I think you can begin with my course on my YouTube channel is Alphabet and Pronunciation. It will teach you a little about pronunciation and give you some basics. I hope you subscribe.
Yeah, I check it. I did it last week and the whole month. And yeah, I checked the YouTube channel and I went through the alphabet, and I think I can read when you put there the kesra and the fatha and so on. So when I see it there, I can read it, but I can't translate it and make sentences.
Okay. Anyway, any language will take time. You will need some basics, some vocabulary, some grammar. So any language even needs time. So I think with some patience and some work, you will improve. I hope so.
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are welcome, Madam Christina. I'm really happy to see new people joining us. And I think the last one is Fatima Zahra. Okay, if you like to introduce yourself, is okay, it's up to you. Okay, no problem. Wa alaikum salam.
السلام عليكم.
Wa alaikum salam.
أنا أريد أقرأ.
The time is already past. الوقت انتهى والله. I don't want to spend much time than we already spent. So I have to close the lecture. So till we meet next week. And please, if you would like to ask me any question anytime, I'm always on the Facebook group. You can check me anytime. And of course, tomorrow, hopefully, tomorrow by evening time, I will post the recording of this lecture and also the PDF that I used during this lesson. on the Facebook group. I will mention for you all, inshallah. So thank you so much, and until we meet next week.
Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you.
Salama.
Ma'asalama.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.